It's Mrs. Drake with the trombone. Today we're going to be doing lesson 9 from the book. So everybody please get out lesson 9. Lesson 9. Before we jump into lesson 9, I hope you've played your 5-note scales. But I would also like to do a warm-up from page 15. So could everybody go back a page? Everybody go to page 15 and the one on the top called long tones. Long tones. Long tones are to work on your breath and how long you can hold your breath, playing one note for a long time. So take a look at song number 1. You can see that it's pretty easy, but what you're working on is your tone. Okay, so we're going to play together page 15, song number 1. So it starts with an F. Everybody warm up an F. Find your F, everybody. Okay, song number 1. 1, 2, ready, go. Did you feel that it was a 5-note scale? It was down the 5-note scale. Nice job. Okay, now go to page 16, which is lesson 9. Lesson 9. Okay, let's just start with song number 1. Look toward the end of song number 1, and you'll see there's what's called first ending and second ending. Let me remind you what that is. It's a type of repeat sign. So if you look here, you see those double dots, that means leap back to the beginning. You see this measure is called first ending, this measure is called second ending. So you start at the beginning, you play through, you play the first ending. You hit the repeat sign, you bounce back to the beginning, you play it again, but this time you don't play the first ending, you play the second ending instead, and then that's the end of the song. So it saves ink. It saves ink. It's a type of repeat sign. Okay, everybody? Lesson 9, song number 1. It starts with a B flat F. So everybody warm up B flat and F. Do that a couple of times. Okay, lesson 9, song number 1. 1, 2, ready. Let me get a drink of water here. Everybody start looking at song 2. Okay. On song 2, there is a repeat sign where you're supposed to play it twice, but I'm just going to play it once. I'm just going to play it once to save time. Okay. So take a look at it. You see that there's no rests, similar to song 1. So that means you got to grab a breath whenever you can. And what you can do is you can chop off one of the notes a little bit, or you can leave a note totally off to take time to take a deep mouth breath. Remember, don't use your nose. Use the sides of your mouth, grab a breath through your mouth. So when there's a song with no rests, you can cheat one of the notes or leave one of the notes totally off to take time to grab a breath. Okay, so on song number 2, roundabout. See, there's that star above the third measure, and it says it underneath. It says play is around. So what around is where you break into 2 teams or 2 people, and you play the same song, but you don't play at the same time. One group starts, and the other group starts a little bit later, but plays the same song. It's written so that it'll sound beautiful. It'll make some harmony. So on song 2, I'm going to just play it straight through. Again, I'm not going to do the repeat. And you are welcome to play it with me. I hope you've already tried it on your own. If you feel like you haven't mastered, I encourage you to try this. I'm going to start at the beginning. When I hit measure 3, you start at measure 1. So you'll be 2 measures behind me. It is written so it'll sound pretty, it'll sound beautiful when you're 2 measures behind me. It's written so it makes some harmony. So if you feel like you can handle it, let me start, and when I hit measure 3, you start at measure 1. So you're on the first note of measure 1 when I'm on the first note of measure 3. Alrighty, so I encourage you to try that if you feel like you have the song mastered. Okay, everybody warm up low B flat. And I'm going to do it bum, bum, bum. Song number 2. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, and I waited at the end because if you were doing it as a round, I would have finished first and then you would have played the last 2 measures by yourself. So I waited that if you were playing it as a round, you would have had time to play those last 2 measures to end it with. Okay, all right, I'm going to skip number 3. Number 3 introduces this strategy called slurring, and I feel it's inappropriate for elementary school trombone. So see those curving lines over some of the notes on song number 3s? Those are called slurs, and on a flute or on a trumpet or whatever, it means to flick your tongue on the first note, but then hold your breath and flow into the next note. Trombone, it doesn't work, because when you hold your breath and you move the slide, it makes that nice slippery sound. I'm going to do it on purpose. I'm going to blow a low C, and then I'm going to keep blowing, and I'm going to let it go up to an F, and you'll hear this. On a trombone, this is called a glissando. Did you hear it? So F to C, F to C. If you want to try it, purposely hold your breath and do some glissandos. On a trombone, that's called a glissando. And the tradition is to draw it with a little bit of a jagged line that almost looks like stair steps. That means to purposely hold your breath. So in this book, when you see that curvy line called a slur, meaning it's changing between 2 different notes, please don't do it. Please ignore it. I don't think it's appropriate for a book 1. Okay, so on song number 4, everybody go ahead to song number 4, you'll see that there are some of the slurs written on this. Please don't do them. Please ignore them. Just tongue it as if those slurs weren't there. So everybody take a look at song number 4. Okay, again, ignore the slurs. Play everything with a flick of the tongue. Everybody, song 4, find a low C. Song number 4. 1, 2, ready. Nice. Okay, next one, song 5, Crossing the Desert. Crossing the Desert. Look through it. Do you see there's several high A flats? Like the 3rd note of the song is high A flat, and they put the flat sign by it. 3rd position, but you blow with more power. Try that. That's high A flat. 3rd position, high A flat. Okay, song number 5. Song number 5 starts with an F. Everybody find F. Song number 5. 1, 2, ready. All right. Song number 6. You know what? Let's skip it. There's a lot of rests and it's hard to do from video. So if you want to practice at your house, certainly go ahead. But let's move on to the one on the bottom called Sacred Waters. Sacred Waters. Again, there's some slurs. Do not bother with the slurs. Please don't do the slurs. Look toward the end of the song. Do you see that there's first ending and second ending? It has to do with the repeat. It's a type of repeat. So you play the song through the first ending, you leap to the beginning, you play it again, but that time you do the second ending instead of the first ending to end the song. Okay? No, excuse me. No slurs, everybody. No slurs. Okay, everybody, find a G. Sacred Waters. 1, 2, ready, go. That was Sacred Waters. I should have mentioned this before. In this song, the second measure, the second note of the second measure is high A. Not A flat, A natural. So you should have played it in second position. I apologize for not mentioning this before I started the song. So in the second measure, the second note is A natural, second position. Different than what we did in song 5. In song number 5, please glance up at song 5. Do you see that the A's have that flat sign next to them? That means they're in third position. But in song number 7, Sacred Waters, the high A doesn't have a flat sign, so it's a natural second position. I apologize, I should have mentioned that before we started. There was only one A in that whole song, and it's in the second measure. Alrighty, remember to dump out spit. Remember to dump out spit when you're done. And remember, once in a while, wash out your mouthpiece in the sink. You can use soap and use warm water. Don't do anything weird like boil it. Super hot water wouldn't be good for it. But you can use warm water. You can use a Q-tip to clean it out, or if you own one of those mouthpiece brushes. But then just make sure you rinse it good so it doesn't taste like soap. All right, everybody, have a great day.